I work in semiconductor and recently a female employee, F22, was moved to my M34 area and I had to train her. Now it's important for me to inform that it's a well-known fact at work that this girl is flirty, inappropriate, and she has gotten several men fired and reported just as many to human resources. Her file must be extensive. To the story. As soon as she was moved to my area, I could see that she was shy with me and a little flirty. As the days went by, she became more and more flirtatious and very hands-on touchy-feely type. She would even say how cute she thinks I am, etc. I admit I played back with her, but never in an inappropriate manner. She added me on social media and we exchanged info as she had expressed interest in hanging out. I guess one weekend she saw on social media I had gone to the park one day, and when I came back to work the following week she was acting very odd and angry. Turns out she was upset I never called her and was acting very immature and overall just crazy. Someone would get that mad considering we never officially made plans or anything. A few weeks later the same flirty behavior was still going on. I ended up missing a few days of work due to a bad stomach bug. I couldn't eat or drink anything, so I missed some work. After a couple days of being in bed, I felt well enough to look at my phone and I had a ton of notifications. A few from her being so angry I left her on read, and she had tried to get a hold of me multiple times with no success. The following Monday I got to work and of course she was angry, but I just ignored her and kept working. Shortly after the manager came up to me and told me to get my stuff because I was being moved. I kind of figured this had something to do with the girl but wasn't sure, so I asked. Turns out she told them that I have asked her out repeatedly, and she has turned me down every time, and that I've been mean to her ever since she turned me down, and that I refused to help her with work. All very untrue. This was escalated to Human Resources, and soon after I get a call from Human Resources explaining there is an open investigation on me for what the girl had said. I denied all accusations and told them I had no problem sending them screenshots proving this a lie. So, I sent them all the messages with her calling me honey, telling me I'm cute, and 3 days before her complaint in one of her last messages to me, she had asked me to hang out when we have time off together. The last message I sent to Human Resources was a message from the girl apologizing for slapping me in the face at work twice. She did this in an immature flirting type of way, but I was pretty mad and never said anything, just kept the texts. After she made up lies trying to get me fired because I left her on read for too long, I figured Human Resources would like to see a message from a girl who is admitting to assaulting someone at work unprovoked. Needless to say, a couple weeks after the investigation began she was fired and all was right in my world again. Comment by user. She sounds like a real sociopath. Reply by original poster. She might be. She's so possessive it's crazy. Not once did I ever see her outside of work, and she was insanely possessive. Almost like she thinks she owns you. If you do anything without her knowledge she flips. One of her old friends told me that she went on vacation. Well, at work when the crazy girl noticed she was gone and found out her friend was on vacation she flipped out. Not only because she didn't get invited, but because she wasn't notified that this was happening. Comment by user. She fucking slapped you? I sure hope the company apologized to you. Reply by original poster. Twice. As I said, it was in a flirtatious way, but it definitely wasn't a soft slap. My safety glass came off my face. Comment by user. I hate liars. I'm glad you stood your ground and didn't delete the messages. Reply by original poster. After she lied to get me fired, the gloves were off. Like all this shit happened because I didn't answer her messages fast enough. It's only been a few weeks, maybe a month, and it still blows my mind. Comment by user. Good riddance. I can't stand fake people like that. Reply by original poster. Yeah, she's some piece of work. Got multiple people fired. Not saying they didn't do anything wrong because but if she treated them as she did me, then it was instigated. Then she decided to try and use being a female to her advantage. I felt bad when she got fired for half a second. Then I remembered she did this to herself, and if she hadn't lied and gone after my job because I didn't answer a text fast enough, then this wouldn't have happened. Comment by user. Good. That could have gone so badly for you. Reply by original poster. Yes, I agree. The investigation took a couple weeks, give or take a couple days, but I would go between telling myself that I'm good. I have text evidence and even witness evidence to, oh man, I could be fucked. It's her word on mine and I feel like I got a strike against me off the bat for being male. Comment by user. Glad you had proof to hand them. Reply by original poster. Same. In my first official human resources call I told them it wasn't a secret she had a lot of human resources cases and they told me they would make it a point to open her file and check the other reports she had made. Comment by user. There's nothing petty about this. It was a proper investigation based on evidence. The allegations were taken seriously and the wrongdoer was punished. This is the way things ought to be. Reply by original poster. Well, the reason I thought it may fall under the category is because the message that got her fired was not part of the accusations she had made. When she slapped me, it was like 2, maybe 3 months before all of this happened. I randomly found her apology text when I was scrolling looking for all the times she was calling me honey and sweetie, and when I happened to see that I was questioning whether or not I should send that in with the other texts I sent them. Comment by user. Can this get out to the people she has had fired in the past? This should totally be a name and shame deal. She's just gonna keep doing this to other people. Reply by original poster. Yeah dude, she's definitely gonna go poison some other company and continue getting away with this shit. Comment by user. Wow, that turned out great for you. Glad it wasn't worse. I can't believe the audacity of some people. Did she just think that her blatant lies wouldn't be uncovered eventually? Crazy. Reply by original poster. Yeah, it's wild to me. Like this is not the first time she's done this. The process is, she flirts and has her fun, and when the person she flirts with doesn't act the way she feels they should, then she pulls the rug out from under them. Then she moves to her next victim. The story on the last person that was fired was apparently he followed her home from work. What's true and what isn't for that case, but she lied so much in my case she couldn't keep up with the lies. It's like the story of the boy who cried wolf. Comment by user. Just curious as to after knowing what she had done to others, why would you even engage with her at all outside of work-related interactions? Again, just wondering why play with fire? Reply by original poster. Since I had to train her, work interactions were like all day. I had fun and we laughed a lot at the beginning, but that quickly changed when we all really saw how volatile she was. Comment by user. Unpopular opinion. Your work colleagues should not be treated the same as your friends. They are not your friends. Compartmentalizing that way is part of a decent work-life balance for me. It's great working with you if to you, I do not exist outside of work hours. Yes, you're left on read over the weekend. No, I won't be seeing you on social media. When I need a confidant or friend, I'm calling someone else. That, to me, is the ideal working relationship. Strictly about work. Reply by original poster. This is how it should be in a perfect world. Comment by user. It's a good thing you kept her messages and that she wasn't able to unsend them. It's infuriating how there are women out there who deliberately lie and falsely accuse men just because they don't get their way. I hope she suffers more from this other than being fired. I don't have any sympathy for women like her. Reply by original poster. I 100% agree with you on this. She's messed with a lot of people's lives because she didn't get her way. I know she had a lot of married men texting her. She would act like she was all innocent and they were horrible because they are married, but it's like, how did they get her info? She gave it to them and instigated the situation. Comment by user. In what world is defending yourself to human resources against a bogus sexual harassment claim by providing real evidence of who said / did / initiated what and when petty revenge? That aside, why did you engage with inappropriate workplace behavior at all rather than just setting a boundary and reporting her if she didn't respect it? Certainly the face slapping if nothing else? She's terrible, but that's bizarre behavior on your part, Imo. Reply by original poster. If she had not reported me to human resources with lies, she would still have a job. I didn't plan on reporting her for that, which happened months before the actual investigation. Comment by user. I made it to the end of your third paragraph where you played back and exchanged contact info. I'll continue reading, but let me get this straight. So, you knew she acted inappropriately and got other men fired when they reciprocated, yet you chose to do this anyway? Geez, and I thought I lacked self-preservation skills.
Smíchy na podlaze.
Edit. Finished reading. Yeah, anyone could see that drama coming on like a freight train. Lesson learned, I'm assuming, OP? Reply by original poster. Lesson learned. I am not special, grinning face with sweat. Comment by user. I had an experience like that once. Female got 4 males in trouble for sexual harassment, but always wore provocative clothing and acted inappropriately that people, including other females, complained that it made them uncomfortable. She got placed in my department. Eventually she made her move and gave a non-consensual full-body hug. I didn't wait straight to human resources. She got reprimanded and put back in my department. I caught her falsifying records and changing clocks on equipment, then leaving work early. She was terminated and had her security clearance suspended. It set off a federal investigation. 3 days into the investigation, she boarded a plane to Russia and disappeared. And that was the time I got sexually harassed by a suspected Russian spy embedded in the U.S. Armed Forces. Reply by original poster. Holy shit. I've been respectfully one-upped. That's insane though, and a super cool story. Did she have a Russian accent? Comment by user. To the story. As soon as she was moved to my area, I could see that she was shy with me and a little flirty. As the days went by, she became more and more flirtatious and very hands-on, touchy-feely type. She would even say how cute she thinks I am, etc. My boy is writing fan fiction from his high school yearbooks. Reply by original poster. LMFAO, anything is possible on paper, red heart. Comment by user. And what happened with all the other men that were investigated or fired? Reply by original poster. I never personally knew any of them, so I couldn't tell ya. Comment by user. We had a coworker who would flirt and give the idea that she wanted you. A couple of other guys I worked with were suspended for inappropriate conduct. I was given advice that, if she starts rubbing your back, it's not because she likes you, but she is just looking for a soft spot, put a knife. Reply by original poster. Oh my goodness, I am going to use that. Looking for a soft spot to put a knife. Comment by user. Always remember that human resources is never, ever your friend. The end. Reply by original poster. They're there to protect the company first. Comment by user. I'm sorry you went through that. People like her infuriate me. Women are working so hard to be taken seriously in workplaces, and she's doing a lot of harm to their cause. Reply by original poster. Thank you, it was very stressful. She really did mess with a lot of people's lives while she worked at the company. Comment by user. Never stick your dick into crazy. It's never going to be a short-term thing. She's going to be knocking on your window at night 2 years down the road while holding a pair of scissors with a psychotic smile. Reply by original poster. LMFAO. Comment by user. Only 22, and she's acting like that? She's got a wild professional career ahead of her. Reply by original poster. And a few more victims to body. Comment by user. Why in God's name was she still employed there? And how were you the one with evidence? Didn't any of the others she messed with have any messages contradictory to her? Seems like you were the only one who fought back. I don't understand employers written about on Reddit. They want control over people working but also keep problem workers? Reply by original poster. I don't personally know why she was employed that long. I am not exactly sure what all the other cases entailed. I know one of them, she said, had followed her home from work. I'm guessing the ones who didn't get fired may have had proof on text, but I'm not sure. I know they all had to move to another shift and another building. I'm the only one who didn't get permanently moved away. Either way, I think she made her mistake with me. Comment by user. You got lucky you have human resources that actually did its job instead of just firing you because it was easier. Reply by original poster. Well, the guys before me weren't so lucky, and it seems human resources didn't do its job for them, if it's anything like what happened with her and I. But I do consider myself lucky. Comment by user. I wonder if you told all the other men who got fired about this, if this could create grounds for a class action lawsuit against the firm for wrongful termination. Reply by original poster. If I could, I would inform them. They deserve to know. Comment by user. The amount of extreme data and factors needed to deal with an apologetic and clearly bad woman. Thousands who are just a bit smarter get away with much worse just because they're women. Reply by original poster. The only reason she got as far as she did is for this reason. Comment by user. It's hard enough to be taken seriously and treated with respect in the workplace, without others using sexuality to get attention and manipulate people in the workplace. Reply by original poster. Is this directed at me or? Comment by user. I can't stand people like this, crying wolf to human resources, making shit up. I've had to deal with a few people like this at my current job. Glad she got a dose of her own medicine and got canned. Reply by original poster. Yes, she got blindsided by this so bad. People were coming to me telling me she was telling people how sure she was that I would be fired in the weeks before this happened. Comment by user. Wow, it sounds like you escaped a real troubled one. Reply by original poster. Moment of silence for the ones that didn't escape before me. Comment by user. I'm sorry that you had to experience sexual harassment. Reply by original poster. I really had no intention of getting her in trouble. It's when she tried to have me fired by making up lies that I had to prove to human resources that she lives on the side of the line that she says I crossed. Comment by user. All was right in my world again. Not really. She has gotten several men fired and reported just as many to human resources. Reply by original poster. I like to think I avenged them. I'm the Batman of the semiconductor industry. Vengeance. Comment by user. I'm confused. You knew that she had other people fired going to human resources and still added her on FB. Meaning it's not just work obligations now but more interpersonal and kind of flirted back with her? Or did you find out about her human resources activities after? Because man, if I knew all that beforehand, I would have made it strictly business with her. Set those boundaries straight away that you work with her and that it will not escalate into a personal relationship. Or did you do this on purpose to get her fired too? Reply by original poster. I played to beat her at her own game. I didn't know she had lied to human resources before. My guess was that she had instigated the issues with the guys before. For a second I considered pursuing, but I shut that down ASAP. I never led her on, I just played the game with her and she tried to pull her shit with me and fucked up. 2 to 3 days before she tried to lie to human resources about me, she was asking me to hang out with her over text. Comment by user. I can't believe that you didn't see that coming. Live and learn. Reply by original poster. LOL, or did I see it coming? From a mile away. Comment by user. Phew, grinning face with sweat, glad it worked out for you. I have in human resources not such a great ending for me story that could have been easily you had you not saved all those texts. Reply by original poster. If we don't have proof, they get the benefit of the doubt. That's clearly what's been happening with her till she went to try and pull the rug out from under me. Comment by user. I wonder if all those people she got fired are doing all right. Reply by original poster. Who knows, it's hard out here as it is. Comment by user. Should reach out to those she got fired if it was made up BS. They might have a lawsuit on their hands. Reply by original poster. I don't personally know any of these guys. Just heard it from other employees. Comment by user. Happy you won, but everything that happened sounds like it could have been avoided, especially since you went into the situation knowing her background. You flirted back. You gave her your socials. You knew she did this to others, but seemed like in your head you were almost falling for it, thinking you were different. You're 34 years old and made all these mistakes? Reply by original poster. LMAO, I guess I'm not as special as I thought. I had to train her and then work side by side with her. I did learn a lesson though. I should have been the one to go to human resources when she was acting inappropriately. Comment by user. The trail of destruction she has left in her wake is inexcusable. Did your human resources department not connect the dots before she got moved to your department? Reply by original poster. I guess they had not. Which is crazy because people seem to know about the guys she had reported and the ones fired as well. The human resources rep I spoke with had no idea who she was when they called me to ask about everything. She did say that she would look into her file and check out the other reports. Took too long to get her out though. She was getting away with murder. Comment by user. You were lucky. Not many guys survive accusations against them from the opposite sex. Bit like speed cameras. Guilty until proven innocent. It's almost guaranteed you have a permanent black mark on your name, and Human Resources is probably just waiting for a reason to give you the boot. Fair, of course not, but equality doesn't apply to men frowning face. Reply by original poster. Unfortunately, you're right. Before Human Resources knew I was even close to innocent, they were treating me as if I was guilty. Comment by user. Had a similar experience and outcome. So I'm glad you made it out. It's amazing how much credence cute girls get before their karma comes calling. Reply by original poster. She's just gonna get a fresh start at a new place to poison. Comment by user. Well, good thing you didn't date her. Reply by original poster. Well, that would have never happened. Work just got a little more interesting for a while. Well, that's all over now though. Comment by user. Hey OP. The word you're looking for is unread, not on read. Reply by original poster. Both are actual terms. On read means that the other person can tell I've read their message but didn't respond yet. People shouldn't trip about being left on read, but they do. Why? Comment by user. You did yourself and the company a favor, so good riddance to her. I hope she gets help before she is going to land herself in trouble with someone who is not afraid to put her in her place or worse. Reply by original poster. Yeah, she's in for a rude-ass awakening and she's straight begging for it IMO. Comment by user. You're the dumbass that got her number, you fool. Reply by original poster. If you're trying to get that technical with it, then it would be, she got my number. Comment by user. Linguistics question here is on read, an American English colloquialism. In the same way Left-Pondians say on accident instead of by accident. I presume the meaning is unread, but I've seen it a fair few times on Reddit and was curious. Reply by original poster. Being left on read means the person can tell you opened and read their message but haven't responded. Comment by user. She has gotten several men fired and reported just as many to Human Resources. Were these cases ever revisited after she got fired? Reply by original poster. Not that I'm aware of, but if it were up to me, they would all be re-investigated. Comment by user. Good that you have proof. Sounds like she wants to F* around and find out. Also sounds like a woman that went to sleep her way to the top. Karma hit hard. Reply by original poster. She definitely fucked around and found out, lol. Comment by user. That's actually scary as shit. Reply by original poster. Oh yeah, it was hella scary, man. It's funny, as soon as everything was in motion I felt like I was starting with a strike against me because a female reported sexual harassment of a male. Comment by user. Did you know that she had gone to Human Resources and reported people before you interacted with her? If so, it probably would have been better to have keep your distance from her. Reply by original poster. Yes, I did, but they moved her to my area and asked me to train her. I haven't been in my area very long, but I have been there the longest out of the other two, so I was chosen to train her. Comment by user. You knew her history of doing this and still decided to try and have a go. Sounds like you should be fired for not being very smart. Reply by original poster. If I tried to have a go, then I would have invited her to hang out outside of work at any point during the few months we worked together, but I didn't, which is part of the reason she was being bitter towards me. Comment by user. So, before you had to train her, you knew her reputation for reporting people and being flirty, and you still reciprocated the flirting and joined her social media? You're a moron. Reply by original poster. I'm either a moron or she got outfoxed. Either way, I was still smart enough to keep my job. Comment by user. Dude, my co-worker was doing some shady shit recently and tried to drag me down and lie about me. She got fired and somehow I'm on the shit list. Reply by original poster. Even though I didn't get fired, I feel like this situation is a slight on my rep there. I'm sure somewhere in my file this will be written somewhere. Comment by user. Good job. Any person who willfully and intentionally makes false accusations knowing the other party is completely innocent, with evidence to back it up, should get punished with the same consequences as the other party would have gotten if the accusations were true, on top of paying a defamation fine, which is a percentage of their yearly income. Reply by original poster. The slandering of my name definitely sucked. I had people I didn't even know coming to me to ask me if I had done something wrong. Comment by user. My first question is, Why are you letting your dick guide your actions? You knew she had a history of false allegations and you still engaged in flirtatious behavior with her and you exchanged numbers and you gave her your social media. You're a goddamn idiot, my guy. What sane male would ever get wrapped up with a woman known to make false allegations in their workplace? You're a goddamn idiot for that one. Reply by original poster. Okay, I didn't know they were false allegations because I still hadn't personally met her, but after my situation, I'm thinking a lot of these other reports she made might not have happened the way she said they did. Comment by user. I believe we're missing a lot of info. Reply by original poster. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. Comment by user. I work in semiconductor and a semiconductor is too small to be an office. This sounds fake. Reply by original poster. I never said office. I said my area. My area is in the clean room. Clean rooms are very common in the semiconductor industry. I build adapters for PVD machines as well as a few others. This is legit playa. Comment by user. What I find amazing is the incompetence and sexism of your managers. You have one employee who not only gets others written up a lot, but even got multiple people fired, and you never stop to wonder if the problem is her and not the rest of your workforce? Reply by original poster. This is the part that gets me as well. Apparently this person had been at the company for a little over a year, and all those human resources reports within that span is insane. It's even crazier the company allowed it to get this far. Comment by user. Had one of these under my command. Wow, I came to lose respect for a few people that went with her. Too bad she was married and her husband complained to human resources. When the story got out, someone related she had a passionate affair. My reaction in front of this employee signaled my true feelings. I said you and why? Then yuck. Realized she was looking directly at me, then ran for the employee can. Her direct supervisor met with me and said that this girl thinks the office has gotten toxic. I said she was the one spreading the poison, and I believed that we should transfer her out of this office. We sent her to a satellite office. There, she did finally manage to end up divorced, fired, and alone. She created 2 more cases for human resources to deal with. Reply by original poster. Sounds like she was the poison. The girl I got fired was talking to a lot of married men as well. She's Algerian. Every Algerian where I work is batshit. Absolutely bats hit. Comment by user. Does she have a mental illness? Reply by original poster. I'm thinking so, lol. Nobody can be that fucking crazy and not have some kind of mental illness. Comment by user. Sounds like a complete basket case and not the fun kind. Had similar happen to me. New girl came onto the shift and at first we seemed to hit it off real well. Joking, killing time, no biggie. A couple weeks later, suddenly she's stone cold towards me, so I stopped interacting with her, which was weird, but whatever, I have a job to do. Later rumors start popping up that I'm harassing her and being super inappropriate, and eventually that I was stalking her and making her work environment unsafe. Cameras are everywhere, so all they had to do was pull some footage to see me actively avoiding her to prove she was nuttier than squirrel shit. She quit before she could be fired, but she worked another job where allegedly she's done similar. Reply by original poster. LMFAO nuttier than squirrel shit is hilarious. Comment by user. Good God, can I relate to this shit? For 1.5 years, I had to put up with a female software engineer who was also extremely possessive of me. We worked on the same team, same projects. Luckily remote, thank God, otherwise I would have jumped out a window. She would constantly text me, tell me good morning and good night, ask what I was doing up at 2 a.m. if I replied then, tell me all about her family drama, Indian descent. When she's on her period, try teaching me all of her cultural rituals. Oh my fucking God, the list goes on. I'm taking essays of texts, just absolutely dumping everything on me. As if I was a dear diary. She finally left our team for a new job and, like you, all is right in my world again. Worst part is she wasn't even allowed to date anyone outside her religion and caste. White American dude here. Face with tears of joy, what a disaster. Glad you got her fired. Reply by original poster. Wow, this woman sounds lonely as hell. Comment by user. Human resources called me after a stony lunch to ask me about a guy I work with. Turns out they weren't investigating his massive sexual harassment he was involved in, but they found out asking me. Oops. He complained someone had threatened him. It was bullshit. He got fired instead. Reply by original poster. LMAO, stony lunches are the best. My supervisor told me to chill with my cologne though. I was so dead skull and crossbones. Comment by user. This man ignored every red flag and flirted with a girl 12 years younger than him. OP, I'm glad you kept your job. Let this be a lesson in fucking around and finding out. Reply by original poster. I don't want to fuck around and find out. Lesson learned. Please leave your story in the comments. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to get new update. Thank you.